Hello there, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Ready, Set, Joe. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I intended this channel to be. I originally created this to be a Lego review channel, and it still may end up growing into that. But I recently found myself facing a new chapter after being laid off from my job. After being there for nearly a decade, I was kind of at a loss. I didn't know what was my next move or next steps. Sometimes what ends up happening is a job ends up being your almost like your identity, and so not having that piece of it and it kind of just being not my choice was a little bit jarring, and I think I've handled it decently well. But I thought that this might be a good opportunity for me to maybe explore other options, right? So as you may have heard, when one door closes, another one opens up, right? And so that's what I'm kind of hoping, with this. I'm also thinking that this could help me creating some daily videos on what I did the previous day for, maybe my job hunting, things like that. Might help me keep me on track so that I can always keep myself motivated, pushing myself forward, because that has been one of the things that I felt like is my drive has kind of gone away a little bit. I still want to do well. I still want to push myself forward, but it's definitely not as prominent as it used to be when I was, if I rewind a few years back. And so that's one of the things that I want to try to jumpstart myself back into and get me moving forward. So, like I said, I decided to create a daily video on what I did the day before with my job search and what I did with my resume, maybe LinkedIn profile. I'm also studying for some additional tech certifications to help make myself a little more marketable. And so I'm studying for a couple of additional tech certifications as well. And so I'll be going through, just kind of briefly talking about that. And, just so everybody is aware, these videos will probably start out a little rough, as I've never recorded anything on YouTube, but I have conducted many virtual team meetings since I was a people manager. And so I know how to present on camera. I just have never really recorded myself. I've never done video editing, and I tend to ramble, and so like I'm trying to keep myself on track. So if you see me looking off, it is because I have some bullet points of things that I want to cover during this video and my documenting my journey. So I also am planning on documenting my journey with starting a new Turo fleet. Currently I have one vehicle on Turo. I've had it since, probably about June, and we had made the decision to purchase this vehicle because there's, occasionally where we would like to use it for family use, but majority of the time it's going to be on Turo. It's going to be rented out. And so I thought it might be kind of interesting to document that as well, and kind of my thoughts around the Turo platform and what's been going on and things that I've been doing around with that. So I guess I'll start with yesterday. Kind of started out like any other day. I've been trying to get myself into a rhythm, and so I've been actually doing some stationary bike rides. I've been doing some jump rope. By the way, that jump roping will kill you. Like you barely do any time on it, and man, you're ready to be done. And but it gets that cardio up. I've also been working on a little bit of my mental health as well. So I've been trying to take on doing at least 10 minutes of some meditation every day. And that seems to be helping keep my, kind of the noise within, kind of keep it focused. And so that's been a little bit of a different for me as well. So that's, I kind of did that yesterday. Obviously, got the kids going, for their things in the morning with my wife. But then after that, I had a call with my um, career counselor. Basically, they're helping me with, how to clean up the resume, how to help it go through like, some of the automated systems. Because the last time I applied for a job outside of my company was, it's been a while, right? So things have changed since that point, and also how I interact with LinkedIn has changed. I need to move it forward. And so like I've been working on that muscle. I am not a big social media person. I have social media. It's not that I'm against it. I just don't use it that frequently. And a lot of times I'm on there just looking at, kind of seeing what comments people are making about different things. And, I'm part of different groups and I'll chime in, but I tend to not use it as frequently. And so LinkedIn, I kind of grouped into that same bucket of social media, and it's not really for that. It is a little bit, but it's not, it's kind of helped to, make connections with other groups or other people that might help you get a job. So been working on that muscle as well. Got my resume cleaned up so hopefully can go through some of the automated systems a little bit better, trying to adjust some of the verbiage to show up on those automated systems a little bit better. So like looking at the job description and saying, hey, this is the verbiage, like my verbiage is similar but not exact. So trying to adjust some of that verbiage a little bit so it shows up differently, automated systems, and then trying to make sure I had that cohesive story between my LinkedIn profile and my resume. So going back to having that same similar verbiage across the board. And then also trying to make additional connections, maybe people I haven't talked to in, quite a while, making sure I connect with those individuals so that because, they could eventually help me land another position within another company. And so, trying to build that brand as well. So those are some of the things that I worked on yesterday. I also went through some of my certification, training as well, because I have a test next week. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm, continuing to push myself forward with those certifications. I'll get those additional things on there and make myself a little bit more marketable on my resume and my LinkedIn profile. So, and then I also had a couple things with Turo. So yesterday I had a 2-day rental for the Turo vehicle. Made sure that all the pictures were taken. Cars, has a full tank of gas. Had it ready to go. I've been trying to do more of a contactless, but because I haven't had a job for a few weeks now, I thought, it's not going to hurt me if I go meet some of the clients. And so I went down and met with this individual as well, chatted with him for a minute, let him know like, hey, we are aware of the crack on the windshield. We're working on getting that repaired at the moment, so you don't really need to worry about documenting that. Made sure if he had any questions about the vehicle. And so we're going through that process. And I do enjoy talking to customers. That's one of the things that I enjoyed about my job was I did get to talk to customers, and I enjoy talking to them and getting to know them even in just a brief moment in time, right? So kind of give you a background, I used to work for Starbucks, and that was one of the things that I enjoyed was having the customers come in, especially the ones that came in on a daily or every other day basis, and getting to know them and being a part of their life, even for that brief moment, even if it's only for 5 or 10 minutes out of their entire day. But it was awesome to get to know some of these individuals, even for that brief moment. And so that was one of the things that I'm enjoying about the Turo piece. Obviously, if I decide to scale up, it's not going to be realistic for me to meet with every one of these customers or clients every rental that I have. So but I just thought, hey, I'm available. I'll go down and meet this individual, make sure he's good with the van, and then he was on his way. And then I met with an individual that here in the area that has his own Turo fleet, and I want to say it's only been about a year, and he's already scaled up from having no cars on Turo to having 10 plus cars now on the Turo platform, and he's taking a little bit of a different approach than I would take. He has a mixture of some economy cars to some of the higher end cars, and so love hearing some of the experiences that he's been going through, so that way I can learn from him as well. And he actually already gave me some advice on some other few other things, so I'm obviously I'll be keeping that contact and making sure that I ask him additional questions and give feedback on my side as well, so it's not a one-way street. But so those are a couple of things I did. Again, as these videos go on, I'm hoping to refine them a little bit, make them a little more polished. Right now I'm just using the camera setup that I have, that I was doing for some of my virtual team meetings that I was conducting. And so that obviously is going to need some polishing as well. But I want to just say, thanks for joining me on this journey. Everyone remember, setbacks are just setups for comebacks, and I'm hoping that this is going to lead me to bigger and better things. And so I am determined to make the most of every opportunity that comes my way. And the only other thing I would ask is if you found my channel, again, first video that I've posted on here ever, and you like my content, you'd like to see more of it, please hit that subscribe button so that I can grow this into something maybe. If you haven't already, leave me a comment, sharing maybe your own experience or words of encouragement as well. So until next time, stay positive, stay motivated, and keep chasing what makes you happy. And I'll chat with you on the next video. Thanks. Bye.